I make my cane out of hickory, small hickory saplings, and I go to the wood and select little small saplings about this size and enlarge them to get different designs I want out of them. And now that I bring them back home, well, I usually take a large axe and trim them down to the size I want to get them down to. After I get it trimmed down, I got one here, it's been trimmed, and I use in my smoothing process, I use a piece of glass to wick it down to where I want to get it at, you know, the round and everything where I can get my design cut in it. And after I finish that part of it, then I have some sandpaper to make it real smooth. I get me some sandpaper and tear small pieces at a time to do my sanding with. That's in order to get it before I started my design in it. And I get it fairly smooth. And after I get through sanding it down like I want it, I have a hacksaw and I start to cut if I want this round, this kind of design to go round this way, I use my hacksaw and to cut in like this into the timber. And then I get on and I usually measure it down by foot. I want that decoration to go. And after I get it there, and then I take my knife and start trimming in this process of getting this trimmed out like I want them. And you continuously go around like this until you get all the way down on one side, and then you reverse it the side and do it on this side. And then and when you get it to that depth like you want it, then I have a wood rafter. In order to bring the design out more clear, I started using this rafter, this kind of on an angle like, and follow it around and around. And then I usually change it around in order to make this angle work out for me perfect. I kind of got this idea, kind of like stripes and peppermint candy or something like that. The idea kind of came like that. Mostly came from a long time ago. Used to be a barber shop in town, and they had this deal out on the outside of the barber shop with these stripes that are turning round and around. And so that's basically where I mostly got it from. And I thought about them stripes would turn around and around. So I make some of them round and some of them on a different angle. And as a kid, I used to hunt 4-leaf clover, and I was real lucky at finding 4-leaf clover. And they told me it was lucky. And so I began to kind of like the idea of putting the 4-leaf clovers in there. And because they said it was lucky, and I always consider being pretty lucky. And it's something I do just from sketch, you know. No big old deal I make out of it. I just do this here by hand. Now after I do that, I got an old knife here, old timer pocket knife, and I just kind of notch in around them the drawing that I done on there, just like that. and I kind of go all the way around it in order to bring this here clove out to where it outstand the regular cutting it out. I get it like that, but then I turn it around and start trimming into where I just cut into. And when I get this chip out of here, it kind of leave this here clover sitting up out of the grain kind of by itself. I use it as an ice pick to start my holes in there where I'm gonna place my eyes. And after I get it down in there with the pick, I got a knife point. I go down in there and wake the holes out, and then I get some wood and leather super glue to bound the eyes in to the stick. Now this is the face of I thought it would make a face of a bald-headed man, or with the balding man, not really a bald-headed man. He's still have hair left around the edges, but in the top he's bald. I got a torch here that I use, and I kind of sketch around it, and then I use this torch and burn that color in there. And after I get that color in there, then I sand it back off down to the light, the kind of color I like for it to be. And then that keeps it separated from the rest of it in there. I have a finishing varnish I use, and I usually put 2 coats of it on each stick and let it dry out, and then it's practically finished then. 30 years ago, I was walking down a dirt road one day in the country, and it was real hot, and I got tired and sit down on a shade tree, and after sitting there a while, I saw a little gum sapling, about something the size of this or maybe a little larger, and I cut it down and started trimming on it, and after trimming on it for a while, I started making different kind of little notches in it and swirls in it, and so I walked with it a while, and I brought it home and set it in a corner, and after about a month, I had forgotten about it, and about a month I went back and thought about it, and all this design that I had cut in there, when it got dry, well, it popped off, and so that left my cane bare. Then later on, and I decided I would try another wood tape, and I tried another one, and it didn't work out too good for me. And I finally tried a hickory, and that's when I found out it would hold, and the notches would hold in and everything after it was dried. But this one kind of reminds you of a rattlesnake. The spots and the textures in it kind of give you a similar of a rattlesnake. Really, I don't like snakes, but in general, I'm not afraid of them, but I just don't like them. But I really don't like them. But I enjoy making them I can control. I can control these wood snakes.